It's kind of funny. A lot of people buy houses for, many reasons, financial gains and stuff like that. For me, it was just to have a place for me and my friends to hang out. There's almost somebody over here almost every night. That's another reason why I don't get anything done, because, we just sit here and talk shit on each other more than get anything done. It's kind of a roast in my garage, If you're ever here, you'd get it, because nothing's safe, nothing's sacred around my friends. I'm not a big shine guy. I've never even used a chromer before. If I didn't get the piece chromed already, it's not gonna be chromed. That's never in the cards for me. I like to reuse a lot of old pieces if I can. That one, it's more or less for financial reasons. I can't afford to go buy all the nice new stuff. I think a lot of stuff that I do, people use the term skinny bike stuff, I don't know. It's kind of contradicting considering I'm fat.
Alright, just checking on it. Alright, cool.
I look at a bike and it's like, okay, what can I do with this to change it and make it not for normal, like a conventional use piece? My dad had a bike before I was born, but wrecked it and died. Came back to life, basically, and kind of was over bikes. So by the time I was even old enough to even know what a bike was, it really wasn't in the picture. The old cars is where it began for me. It's early 50s and prior to that is just when America, to me, was in its prime. We were making stuff that was built to last. Some of the most stylish things that ever came out of America, out of Earth, for that matter, was that era, Me and my friends all had old cars, so we started lowering them, and that was killer. And
I would have been heartbroken if that thing fell and just dented.
I was stuck on cars. I've always liked bikes, the choppers and that stuff. It's always been something in the back of my mind. I've always liked them, but it was never enough to yank me in completely and hold on to me. But, all my friends started selling all their cars to buy Hondas, like smart cars, They were doing the smart thing, kind of, buy cars for work, to get to work. And me, I just never did it. All my cars, to this day, are still pieces of shit. I grew up, we didn't have a whole lot, so it's kind of if you want it, you gotta get it yourself. I'm at the swap meets every month, looking for stuff to cut up. I love digging through parts and finding stuff.
I don't know, being a scavenger, yeah. Finding old stuff and reusing it. Sometimes you get lucky, man. They tell you a price and yeah, sure, I'll give you $100 for it, no problem. But if you're buying other stuff, just don't beat them down on, because you're already getting a good deal. Sometimes you get good deals, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get stuff that you can't use. I saw a bike here in town at a show, and I was like, man, I gotta get me a bike. Saved up my money, bought me a motor, and went from there, got a frame and everything. Just built the bike, I didn't have nobody to help me. That's the bike that went through all kinds of changes and motor blow-ups and wrecks, and it's the only bike I ever had that almost killed me. I had that bike for 3 years. I was always constantly changing it, as I saw different bikes and saw other people's styles and looked at different stuff. So yeah, it went through a bunch of changes, but now I don't have it no more. I don't know where it is now. I just started selling whatever bike parts I had to make some money, and then I bought a bike and built it. And I built a bike for my uncle. It was a blue Panhead. That was the first Panhead I built. He was like my first person to ask me to ever build a bike. I built him his Panhead, and then it just went from there, and just started buying bikes and then parts and putting them together and building them and selling them. I've been building bikes for about 6 years now. It's been 22 bikes since Jonas was born. It's been a lot of, I can't even, I sit down and think about it, I'm like, that's a lot of motorcycles. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. Learned a lot about bikes. Learned a lot about people, friendships, It's not just about bikes. I just build what I like, and some people I guess like it, and they want me to build them a bike, and that's how it's pretty much gone. It's been pretty cool. All my customers, they have a little bit of input, but they just say, build me a bike that you'd want for yourself. And I say, sure, yeah, I'll build another bike for myself. It's my only source of income. Every bike I build, I make my living.